Hey everyone, I am here with Matt from Xcell Breeding Services, and today we're talking about semen testing. So we'll start a little bit, Matt, with the process.
So what we're doing here with semen testing is we are doing it with an electrical ejaculate. Mm-hmm. So that entails a rectal probe.
Yeah.
So we put a rectal probe in, and we're basically stimulating the sexual glands.
Yeah.
So as the ball comes in, we'll put the rectal probe in, and we'll slowly give it a slight pulse on the through the rectal probe, and stimulate the ball into getting an erection.
Yeah.
And we slowly increase the stimulation, and the ball will eventually ejaculate. And then we collect that ejaculate, and then we will look under the microscope.
But so when you're doing that process, you're also looking at him physically, aren't you?
So as the ball comes in, we'll look for any lameness. We'll look at his feet. The main thing is his penis, to make sure it's not broken.
Yeah.
Any defects that we can find, his testicles, we palpate the testicles, make sure he's got two testicles, they're not too big, too small, any inflammation. So we're giving him a good check over.
Yeah, and then you take the sample and you do it straight away, don't you? You take
straight
it to
away.
your
We'll take it to our microscope, and we'll have a look. If it's really thick, we'll thin the semen down so we can get a really good picture, checking for morphology and the motility of the semen.
Yeah.
And that'll give us a really good picture on the day. So you've got to remember it's on the day.
Yeah.
So
what is that first word you use? Morphology.
Morphology. So morphology is basically the semen quality, like any defects or abnormalities in the semen. So we're looking for a good sperm cell.
Yeah. So you're looking for defects and was motility the other one? So
motility. So moving straight and good motility, not a good speed, fast motility. So that'll give us a good indication.
And is it as simple as a pass or a fail, or have you got?
But basically it is. You really want good semen.
Yeah.
Good motile, good morphology. So basically it comes down to a lot of factors.
Yeah.
It could be anything from eating grass to crops. Crops have a big influence on semen. So we find when we're doing the semen testing, if bulls are on crop with the proteins and sugars, their quality will drop.
Oh, interesting.
So if you are semen testing, it's a good idea to have them on grass beforehand.
Yeah, okay. And so I can think of 3 reasons, you might have more. So for commercial breeders and sub-breeders alike, you would test before breeding?
Yeah, generally a month before breeding.
Yeah.
And it's a really good idea to do it for commercial guys, especially when they're not single sire mating, when they've got a couple of 3 bulls out.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can get a defect in a bull. You could have a broken penis, but he might be the dominant bull.
Yeah,
right. So if you've got 2 other bulls trying to do the job and he's pushing them away, so it is a good idea to get the bulls checked over.
Yeah, and so would you do that every year? Your whole team every year?
Generally, I would say every year.
Yeah.
If you've got a young herd, you probably could go to 2 yearly, but I would recommend every year.
Okay, and then the second reason I can think of is for stud breeders are doing it pre-sale.
Pre-sale, yes.
And so then they get a certificate to say they've been tested and passed.
That's right.
For sale.
So then that generally guarantees that bull.
Yeah.
Through till the mating season.
Yeah, and is there any difference between, because some people sell as yearlings or 2-year-olds, is there any difference in the age when you're? So
generally a bull will get sexually mature around that sort of 12-month age.
Yeah.
So testing your 2-year-old bulls, you're going to have good mature bulls that are going to give good semen.
Yeah.
Occasionally with your yearlings, if some aren't quite up to weight or haven't got through that sexual maturity, well then they are going to struggle. But it's not to say you need to cull those bulls. Yes. Those bulls will come through eventually, even if you have to hold them through till the next year.
Yeah, and often those breeders might just do it a month later or a couple of months later.
Right.
Or something, right?
Yep.
And then the third reason is what you're here today doing is we've had a bull that's been on some antibiotics, and that affects them as well, doesn't it?
So that will affect the semen. Any inflammation or infection can infect the semen. So that's why we're here today, just to double check that bull has got good semen and has passed successfully.
So are there other things that might affect that? So antibiotics is one, feeds another.
Yeah. Basically anything that we've just mentioned are your main ones.
Yeah.
I would say your feed is a really big thing.
Yeah.
Environmental factors, heat and cold.
Yes.
Too much feed will create too much fat around the testicles,
Yeah.
which can have a big bearing on the semen quality as well.
Ah, interesting. That's cool. Was there anything else that you can think of that we should be knowing, that we should know about?
No, I think we've pretty
Covered
much
everything?
covered it all.
Yeah, cool. No, that's cool. Well, surely we'll have some questions after that, and we'll be in touch if we have anything
Cool.
curly to chuck at you. Cheers,
Perfect.
Steve.